Every street has stories hidden beneath the surface. Tales of dreams and aspirations, joy, laughter, and moments of heartbreaking tragedy. Among these stories are those intertwined with speed, adrenaline, and irreversible consequences. This is a journey through the dark underbelly of illegal street racing, seen through the eyes and hearts of those forever changed. September 4th, 2023, was supposed to be a carefree evening for a group of close-knit friends in Duluth, Georgia. Hung Nguyen, 18, had just graduated from Berkmar High School. He was known for his contagious laugh, technical curiosity, and deep devotion to his younger siblings. His dream was to study engineering and build a life that honored his parents' sacrifices. That evening, Hung was behind the wheel of a Toyota Tacoma, joined by his friends Katie and Ashley Gaitan, artistic sisters from Lakeside High School, Coral Lorenzo, a youth leader passionate about volunteering, and Abner Santana, a 19-year-old Georgia State University student with ambitions to become a financial consultant. As they exited State Route 316, another car approached fast. Driven by 20-year-old Emmanuel Rene Esfahani, the Infiniti G35 was no stranger to racing. Emmanuel had a history of pushing limits, not just on the road but in his personal life, constantly seeking attention and approval. In a moment fueled by adrenaline and impulse, Emmanuel challenged Hung to race. What followed lasted less than 20 seconds. Emmanuel, attempting to overtake traffic, swerved into the emergency lane, unaware of a stopped box truck ahead. Reacting too late, he veered left, straight into Hung's vehicle. The Tacoma spiraled out of control, breached the guardrail, and plummeted nearly 40 feet to the ramp below. All 5 passengers died instantly. The community of Duluth awoke to the news of 5 funerals in one weekend. In vigils, murals, and school gymnasiums packed with sobs, the lives of promising students were mourned. Emmanuel survived with a shattered leg and a lifetime of guilt, later charged with 5 counts of vehicular homicide. Street racing isn't just a thrill, it's a ritual with a legacy spanning decades. Its roots dig deep into the post-war era of the 1940s, when young veterans returned home with mechanical skills, adrenaline in their blood, and a hunger for speed. The highways of California became proving grounds for rebuilt hot rods, giving birth to a lifestyle where horsepower equaled honor. By the 1960s, car magazines, drive-in movies, and beach races immortalized the scene. Street racing became more than rebellion, it was tradition. But as the cars got faster, the stakes grew deadlier. In the 1990s and 2000s, underground races evolved from parking lots to global circuits. Media glamorized the lifestyle. Films like The Fast and the Furious turned street racers into icons. With neon underglow and roaring engines, a once local subculture became a billion-dollar industry. Yet, the deeper truth remained hidden. Beneath every race was a roll of the dice with lives on the line. It's not just a cultural movement, it's an economy. Every illegal race is built on a network of players, tuners, spectators, bettors, and underground mechanics. Modified vehicles require thousands in parts, turbochargers, nitrous kits, low-drag tires, often sourced from black market vendors or shady garages. These businesses operate in the shadows, avoiding regulation while raking in profits. And then there's the betting. In cities like Miami, Houston, and San Bernardino, spectators gather at 2 a.m., wagering thousands on who crosses the finish line first, or who survives. Social media has only intensified it. TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube feed the machine. Clips of near-death drifts rack up millions of views. For some, the clout is worth the cost. What drives someone to risk everything for a few seconds of speed? For many, street racing is more than a sport. It's a form of therapy. Adrenaline fills the cracks left by anxiety, trauma, or a feeling of invisibility. The car becomes a cocoon. Inside, the world fades. There is only control and velocity. Psychologists compare the rush to that of gambling or substance abuse. It becomes addictive. The anticipation, the tension, the moment the pedal hits the floor, all trigger a neurochemical cocktail of dopamine and cortisol. Many racers come from unstable homes, underserved communities, or broken educational systems. The streets offer validation. A win isn't just about the race, it's about respect, identity, and proving worth in a world that often overlooks them. Former racer interviews reveal a chilling theme. I didn't think it would happen to me, until it did, until metal met flesh, and silence followed the scream. Late 2022, San Carlos, California. Grace Spiridon and Greg Ammon were the kind of couple people aspired to be. She worked in corporate HR. He coached Little League. Their 7-year-old twin daughters were inseparable. On an otherwise unremarkable weekday, the family loaded into their Chevy Bolt after dinner with friends. As they crossed through an intersection, a gray Nissan, driven by a 17-year-old in an illegal race, slammed into them. Grace and Greg were killed instantly. The twins, bruised and bloodied, survived. Their lives would now be defined by that moment. The teen racer, protected by juvenile law, received a sentence that sparked controversy. The community, stunned and divided, asked what justice really meant. The girls went to live with their grandparents. They still wonder about their parents every night. August 27, 2022, Portland, Oregon. It was just before sunrise when 26-year-old Ashley McGill stepped out to catch her bus to work. A certified nursing assistant by day and a full-time mom every minute in between, she was known for her fierce love for her 6-year-old son Miles. She had dreams, plans to become a registered nurse, to buy her own home, to give her son everything she never had. That morning she sat alone at the bus stop on S.E. Stark Street, scrolling through nursing blogs on her phone. Ashley was a natural caregiver. Friends described her as the one who always checked in. Her co-workers remembered the way she stayed after her shifts to help others. At home she read bedtime stories in funny voices, made pancakes shaped like dinosaurs, and took her son to the library every Saturday. Her life was ordinary and extraordinary. A Ford Mustang tore through the intersection, part of a race down the wide, empty streets. Jonathan Pena, just 20, was behind the wheel. Witnesses later described the vehicles as flying, faster than 80 miles per hour. The Mustang clipped another car, lost control, and in seconds, jumped the curb. Ashley never saw it coming. She was pronounced dead at the scene. The bus arrived 10 minutes later to an empty bench and a phone buzzing in the grass. Her son, awakened later that morning by a neighbor, would never again see his mother's face. Jonathan Pena received a 3-year prison sentence. The trial sparked protests and support campaigns. The DA cited lack of intent, the family cited injustice. Ashley's mother now raises Miles. He still asks where his mom went. Behind every tragic story of illegal street racing lies a broader pattern illuminated by stark statistics. These numbers reveal the pervasive and deadly impact of this illicit activity across the nation. Fatalities and injuries. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, in 2021, there were 12,330 fatalities in speeding-related crashes, accounting for 29% of all traffic fatalities that year. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety reported that in 2022, a total of 42,514 people died in motor vehicle crashes in the United States. Demographics. Young drivers are disproportionately involved in street racing incidents. In 2001, 87% of deaths among young people were related to speeding and illegal racing activities. Regional data, Los Angeles, California. In 2020, street racing incidents peaked with 912 reported cases, a significant increase from 319 incidents in 2019. Atlanta, Georgia. In May 2020, a weekend crackdown led to 44 arrests and 114 citations related to street racing activities. Houston, Texas. Law enforcement agencies have been actively working to dismantle illegal street racing rings, with significant operations leading to numerous arrests and vehicle impoundments. Legal and financial consequences. Street racing is illegal in all 50 states, with penalties ranging from heavy fines and license suspension to imprisonment. Engaging in street racing can lead to insurance complications, as many policies do not cover damages resulting from illegal activities. Time passes. The headlines fade. Streets get repaved, but the echoes remain. In garages across America, there are cars collecting dust. Once trophies, now tombstones. A set of racing gloves pinned to a bedroom wall. A voicemail saved for years. A text that was never answered. For those left behind, the sound of an engine at night is no longer thrilling. It's haunting. In a quiet cul-de-sac in Stockton, California, a father still opens the garage every morning and sits in the driver's seat of his son's Civic. The car never moves. He just closes his eyes and listens to the silence. In Portland, Ashley McGill's son, now 8, draws pictures of her in nurse scrubs holding his hand. He shows them to his grandmother. She cries in the kitchen. There is no rewind, no reset button. The street remembers everything, and so do the families. This is the story we don't tell often enough, not of the race but of what comes after. Because when the smoke clears, the rubber fades and the roar dies down, what's left are the echoes, and they last forever.